And he said that Batman has actually tasked him, like he's been helping Batman. And also, Harley said the same thing. Harley said that Batman asked her to make a list of a bunch of like criminals or some. I can't remember exactly what it was. So we got two different criminals saying that Batman, who is dead, and we can't confirm this with, are saying that no, they were working with the bats the whole time. I'm not bad. So do we believe it? Do we not believe it? I don't know. She was just really misguided. Yes, yes, yes. That's what she says too. I'm just misunderstood. I know she was misguided. Not misguided is one thing. Manipulated to psychotic break is another. Uh, so, return to Belfry for one. Belfry for that. Belfry. Oh, go to the dollhouse. Discover the humans being beneath the cowl in the aftermath of Batman's death. Guys, Guns, do you have somewhere in your side activities? Can you stop doing that and just answer my question? Side activities? If it says something about, like, your story? Tim's story? What's it say to do? Is it say go somewhere? Fuck yeah. Alright, so we're gonna do two different things here. Oh, it's at the Belfry. No, it's not. Mine thinks here. I don't know. I'm going to it. Is mine says go to the dollhouse, and I just activated. You can follow me, and I can follow you yours, but I don't know if you're gonna see the same cutscene as me. Did you see my cutscene when I was at like that gym statue? Okay, then yeah, maybe you come with me. Harley's really sweet if she's not with Joker. Thank God. Yeah, you gotta. You're right there. She, even though she did screw us over, it was pretty much to ensure that she could escape the prison. She's not. Harley's not bad. Harley's totally fine. Har- Harley is definitely. Yeah, Harley can be a problem, but she's kind of like a Selena Kyle, to where it's like, yeah, she's a criminal, but she's not like the worst of the bunch. There's way worse ones out there. Yeah, I'm going inside this depot, downstairs. Oh god, I saw the lights. I'm lost. I'm trying to go to Barbara's story. I gotta find the dollhouse. It says it's beneath us. Let's just run out the way of the stairs upstairs. I don't know.
Jumping off bridges. Yeah.
We're gonna jump off the bridge.
I don't think that's the aim.
I think we're close. Yeah, this is not a good part of town. Oh.
It says it.
Calm down. Okay, this looks to be the right way, but this is not a safe part of town. And typically, dollhouses are not good places to visit. Now, are they talking about a dollhouse in the sense of somewhere that men like to go visit for promiscuous women? Or are we talking about, like, the doll maker of sorts, the one that cuts up all the little boys and girls and, like, turns them into dolls and freaky shit right there? No, that's a villain in Gotham. Yep. Dr. Jada Tompkins. What? I don't know. Oh, was this the maybe this is the belfry, and this is just like the downstairs way of entering. Yeah, yeah, it was just a downstairs way to get into the belfry. We could have fast traveled into it. We got a lot of story things to do inside here, so we get to see under the cowl of all these characters for a minute.
Did you know that Bruce was looking into the court?
I didn't. There were few things he kept from me, but this was unfortunately one of them.
From me too.
We managed to log some voice recordings of the court, but they're difficult to make out.
You sure? You just forget they hit play.
Tim.
You know, you weren't the first Robin, kid.
Or the second.
A bunch of files got corrupted. I'll run some diagnostics, see what I can recover.
Let's see if Master Bruce left us any more clues.
Margie, the tattooed lady, would tell us stories about the court back at Haley's Circus. Used to say they were watching and they'd steal us away if we gave a bad performance. Always assumed it was just circus legend.
Not at all. There are a number of references to the court in Gotham's history, but nothing concrete. I can't authenticate any of these sources.
Supposedly some wingnut wrote a tell-all book about them. But it's a legend in and of itself, so...
Shame, really. Such a work would have made a wonderful addition to the library.
The earliest version of the court rhyme is from the 1700s.
And says they're after the Fountain of Youth.
Seem pretty kill-happy for people who want eternal life.
Those aren't mutually exclusive. There were a lot of bodies in that pit.
And one of them was holding this. Might open something useful.
Our scans revealed an isotope embedded in the metal. It definitely has a match.
It's a key.
When they're working together like this, it feels like
Let's find
one
the
of
door.
those crime investigative dramas. Everyone's got something to chime in with. Yes, Ty. This isn't a sequel. This isn't a sequel. Oh, look, see, he's such a child. He did the tap to distract him. Lol. Lol. That's good. So this isn't a sequel. However,
Got new intel for the evidence.
yesterday we had a couple people in the chat that are they really know their comics book stuff, and I was told that Barbara has a storyline where years after the incident, being shot by the Joker and putting her into the chair and being Oracle and yada yada yada, apparently years later, with some treatment or whatever, her spine was healed and fine, and then she was okay. I don't know if that's this. That's the only way to explain it, because they reference her as Oracle, and obviously she's Batgirl. So to be both would mean that she has already kind of been shot, and Joker I don't think is around anymore. I'm not sure. Second to that, Jason Todd. Obviously he's violent, right? He kills, and it's like, how could he be a part of the team if he is killing people? Well, apparently Jason Todd also has a storyline where he blends much more with the whole Bat crew, and he learns how to be less, non-deathly force. Right? He learns how to do that. Oh, this is my dollhouse. Okay. Let's check out this dollhouse. It's supposed to be a continuation of our storyline. Her specifically. Oh, that was amazing. That looks just like Jim. So Jim is dead, and Batwoman is the commissioner, but she has something out to, oh my god. She has something to,
A crime
all
scene?
SWAT members are supposed to
Cool.
shoot vigilantes on
But
site, basically.
What about your photographic memory?
So even a former vigilante herself, or
Cold
Batwoman
case.
has yet to become
When I wasn't
Batwoman, I
there,
don't know.
It helps
But
to see it laid
she's
out.
not very
The
nice towards
detail
us.
is incredible.
Her uncle gave the eulogy for
Commissioner Gordon?
Bruce's death at his funeral.
Detective Gordon at the time.
So
You made it
the
look
story's
just like
pretty
a
juicy.
statue.
I'm interested. This world, I'm interested in.
Now that
You
we know
can.
about
You
the
do get to
court,
use
I
guns,
thought
but
I
they're
might be able
like,
to close a few of his unsolved cases.
I wouldn't say blanks,
Solid
right?
thinking.
But they're like,
I'll help.
have you ever seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? How, like, they would shoot guns, but they had,
I'm
like,
good.
freezing bullets or something that would, like, knock people out being shot by him or
It's
whatnot?
fine.
Maybe
Two
it's
heads
something
are
like
better
that,
than
or
one.
maybe they're just non-lethal. They're just non-lethal
I'm
bullets.
sorry.
Tiny little beanbags, right? I don't know.
I'd like
You
to
can
do
still
this
kill someone.
myself.
Sure. Let me know if you need anything.
Apparently he died. Oh my god, I don't think they actually explained how he died. But he does have a memorial. And I kind of want to know how this all goes, but like, I don't know. Yeah. Apparently he's been dead for a little bit, even before Batman died. They paint a really interesting picture for the game, the world that they're in right now. It's definitely a world. We all grow up, right? And life changes a lot when you grow up. This game is like, it's for the fans that grew up with Batman, and now we're older now, and this world is not the same world it once was, but we have to learn to accept the way they are now, and learn to live with them and move on with it. So I find it to be very interesting. It doesn't bug me at all that these characters are dead. I think it's good for the growth of these other characters. So we have lots to do. Reach Gotham Gazette. No, thank you. Investigate Harley's cases. Case file. We didn't already do that. All right, let's.
I've rarely seen him this scared.
Let's check out this
But
Mr.
after
Freeze
the
thing.
Powers Club and that.
You need to find that cryogel. And take down Freeze. Kill that scientist. Just to spite us. Then, he got away!
He said it was Batman's fault. Bruce promised him a cure for his condition.
In return, he was just supposed to behave. But I guess with Bruce gone, he's back in the game. What have you got, Tim?
Judging from the list of stolen items, I'd say he's looking to upgrade his exosuit. And that's just for starters.
He also downloaded local weather balloon data for the past 10 years.
Let's go back out there and stop Freeze before he kills anyone else.
Easy, Tiger.
Yeah.
We'll get him. Maybe that's enough practice for today.
I've set the back computer to monitor the city for high concentrations of cryogel.
Meanwhile, we should keep tabs on anyone working for Freeze, which should be easy since he decks out all of his lackeys with cryo guns.
I wonder if this is the case file we got to look at for Harley. Oh, the criminals? That's what you're talking about? What if the case file is like on us? Case file. Oh my god. Launch. Investigate the case file. This is what I was supposed to do. I'm actually. Oh, none's got out of the training? Okay. This is a legitimate mission? What is this?
I used to be someone I didn't want to be. But now, I'm free. You can be too.
Guys, come check this out.
Dick, it's upside down.
Well, like people like Joker, Mr. Freeze. Where are the goons even come from? Psychopaths on the street, criminals that just want to
Actual shrink.
want to see the world burn,
Why is she
maybe.
selling healing bracelets, supplements.
But to have so many, it's ridiculous. It's so, yeah, it's pretty silly.
What the hell's a free glow egg?
Mm-mm.
Huh. Who would even buy that crap?
She knows this stuff doesn't work. So what's her angle?
Most Gothamites will see her be involved in one or more violent crimes a month. You know, statistically speaking.
What's that got to do with anything?
She's selling them hope.
Oh, crap.
Ah, crap.
Come to the Monarch Theater tonight.
I've got an explosive announcement
No.
just for you.
Uh-oh.
She definitely means explosive, literally.
Yes, she does. She always does. Oh no. This is bad. So it looks like certain quests or certain missions you just kind of activate and we jump right into. It's kind of cool. Oh, it puts the world a certain way. And look, it blocks off. We have a zone that we're blocked off. That is very interesting.
Dr. Quinzel has made a proper spectacle of the event.
It's like a linear way of doing a mission, but without just forcing us to be in the building. Because, I mean, if this was old Arkham games, we would just be entering a building, and that's the case. But this way, it allows us to still approach from outside, still kind of behave as if this is normal. Like just a normal game, but it does cut off a certain part of the area. Mainly because you get different changes like this. They're not going to keep this in the main city the whole time, so... They're just, yeah, it makes sense. It's simple. It allows everyone to play the game at their own pace, their own speed, their own way. Great. Oh, I didn't have it. I thought I had it. I thought I had some momentum. Hello, good night. Nope. None's got him, none's got him. Jesus. I thought that combo would have did it.
Locked down. No easy way in that I can see.
There might be an old entrance, I remember. Doubtful the freaks know of it.
Should I know?
Searchlight in the style of the bat signal projects Harley Quinn's emblem.
Tell their secrets.
Oh, it's over here. The generator's not on? That's funny. Must be battery powered. I definitely don't understand how anyone like Mr. Freeze gets a bunch of lackeys. Granted, I guess they're committing crimes, they're robbing, right? They're paying these people. Secret entrance? Over here. Okay.
It sure looks like a secret entrance.
Yes, it does.
Includes the paparazzi.
Don't trust God. Oh, don't trust GCPD. That makes more sense. I just thought these people were skeptics. Gotham is dead. Double feature. Violent stuff. Explosive things, right? Movies about explosions. This looks like a little punk rock club. Little bar. So yeah, it looks like there's some stuff in the game that just kind of happens throughout the city. You progress, you get to it by traveling around the city, and then there's other things. They're kind of like instances that you activate through your mission list. Yeah, that too. Yeah. Some of the people are just weirdos that are just like have been following, especially with someone like Joker. Like, I understand how Joker gets all of his people because, yeah, they're like freaking fanatics. But then I think of like some of the villains. I imagine a lot of times they just get their lackeys because they pay them. They commit crimes. They know if the lackeys are working with them, they're robbing and destruction. It's like, yeah, they can have fun destroying shit, and they get to steal and live at whatever means they want. Autographed picture. My dearest Cecilia, I have a small amount of certainty that you aren't traditionally someone who is usually as involved with productions. I must admit to being thankful of having you around. Your presence at rehearsals has been immensely soothing. I look forward to a new season and perhaps even a chance to get to know you better. Alfred Pennyworth. Lance? I don't know what that means. Lance? It's French, maybe? Letter to Gotham Heritage Society. Letter describing the funding issues the monarch, the fucking monarch, faced following a fire incident. Oh, man. Sorry. Any of you guys know Venture Bros? Oh, man. That was a funny show.
Dad loved the Batman musical. The outfits were ridiculous.
No.
Who am I? Ain't no way anyone thinks you're Batman. But you let your hair grow out, you kind of look like Batgirl.
Is
And we let your hair grow out, you can sort of look like Batgirl.
Whatever. I'm the thing that stalks the night. That ain't the line. I'm the bat that sucks the fun out of Gotham.
You found me.
No. Well, if it is
You suck.
no more playing around.
Duns is back. Did you?
Watch, kid. Stay right. Stay.
I see. Yep.
Get to run his part, man.
Nuns wants to show us how he slid through that hole. And fail. Didn't have the right angle. He's going again. Going again. Oh shit, that is sick. Yeah. That's very cool. Fucking what do you call it? A rock star slide. Dummy. She didn't see me there. Good night. She didn't see me there. She was about to go approach Robin. What is this? Are these drugs? They look like food, the military food.
Reports of a robbery from Daggett Labs recently?
Yeah, they reported a break-in last week.
Looks like it was Harley. Daggett specializes in medicine, stuff that Harley would love to get her hands on.
There's nothing to live for in a city that has forsaken them to live in. This filled with all the types of people teaming up with. Yeah, this is true. It seems like a no-brainer for them, right? You just see this lady crawling through the door. They start freaking out. Nice.
Belfry, still no sign of any bombs, but I've got more empty crates from Daggett.
Wish we knew what was in there.
Wait, we go up, but there's something over here. Oh, secret chest. Secret chest and something here. Look at this. Look at this. What do we got here? Old script. The queer community faced abuse and discrimination in the 1950s, of course. But in the theater, queerness was an open secret. Okay? The famed Southern Gothic playwright, known only as Snagglepuss, adopted his pseudonym to explore characters and subject matters considered taboo by wider society. Work put him in the sights of the House Un-American Activities Committee, but they were never able to so much as uncover his identity. I don't know, Snagglepuss. We got a chest though. So if you find secret chests, you can look at in your inventory and stuff, and what we get gear. We get gear. We get equipment. We didn't get a new bat suit. Fine. I got nothing. Maybe we only got crafting materials or Maybe we can craft something. Oh. No, we're rocking electric. Ooh, see, this actually would be good. We're missing the salvage for it. Isn't that something? Because then we can do elemental damage. That would be pretty sweet. We haven't got our weapons to be doing elemental damage yet. But I'm rocking legendaries, and I don't want to switch them out until we get other legendaries. Which won't be, it won't be hard to find. This is superheroes. How many? Probably a lot. You guys are bringing up good points. Maybe we shouldn't be beating up all these people. They've lived difficult lives, and frankly, they're just trying to survive. We should probably put ourselves in their shoes. We should take off our $1 million shoes and put on their sneakers. Their $20 sneakers. Because we're a Bat family, so we're rich. We're rich, bitches! Okay, wait 1 second. So, this is how I believe it goes. This is like an instance because it allows us to infiltrate a unique building from the outside. So you get the environment from the outside. Sure, the rest of the city is cut off, but you get the environment from the outside, and it allows you to get into these probably unique buildings. We'll see. We'll see if we end up going into another place that just looks like another. I mean, this is supposed to be a dollhouse. No, it's not a dollhouse. It's supposed to be something else. I don't know what is here. But, I don't know. We'll see if all of the buildings look the same inside. So far, that is not the case. Uh-oh, he turned around.
If you knew any better, you'd run.
Okay, here we go. Coming your way. We both threw someone at the same time towards each other. That was not good. Because oh, Zatanna! Guys, look! Oh, Zatara. Is this Zatanna's? This is Zatanna's father? The one and only. Luigi Zatara. Giovanni John Zatara has had magic in his very blood. His act was renowned for his spectacle, and he toured widely throughout the 1980s. One of his earliest known performances was at Gotham City Monarch Theater, during which a trick malfunctioned and accidentally started a fire. Miraculously, the fire was out before first responders arrived, leading to a rumor that Zatara possessed real magical abilities. Very cool. Ty, thanks. Yeah, that is Zatanna's dad. How cool is that? I love all those little Easter eggs. And honestly, when I do the reading, I like to, if I know it's like a report or like if it's a news report, I'll try to read it as a news person. Yo, something else in here. Or maybe this is the right way to go. Did you find something over there? Alright. Yeah, this must be the right way. Silent takedowns. Alright. Everyone's going over there. Maybe we...
You can do whatever it is you want. You become the best you. The you never thought you...
Why are they leaving? This makes me nervous.
Which means a lot of lives at risk.
Oh shit, right there. They might not know I'm there. Bring him down here. Come down the stairs and come back. I might be able to snag one. Nope.
thinking?
Ah, did I do it? I didn't do it. My bad. I walked up too close. Oh well. Close area to do a double takedown anyways.
That is way too many mannequins.
Well, let's keep moving.
Uh-oh. Batgirl mannequin. Go this way. You know what? I bet depending on who you are when you activate this is what the mannequin is going to look like. I bet if Nuns had activated this mission, it would be a Robin looking mannequin pointing the way. It was that mannequin was meant for a distraction.
This will only take a second.
I don't know. Yeah, that mannequin was meant for a distraction. She wanted us to look out that window so the fucker would appear. Because look, everything's pointing that way. Even this stuff. I'm pretty sure it was a trick. Which is very clever. Zatanna is a, yeah, I don't blame you there, Ty. Zatanna is a looker, huh? Yeah, Dr. Fate, they're really cool. They're basically able to, like, you change the tide of battle with just words, right? Just some magic and saying the right thing. We did do a circle. You gotta locate her? Maybe this isn't the wrong way then. Okay, let's go out there. I see where it is. We gotta go out here. Go back down to where we were. You know, when we went through that, basically the way we came was like a back way. And the place everyone was leaving was where we were supposed to go. So it wasn't so much as a distraction. We just kind of approached it backwards. She's guiding us to here. See how the yellow turns green? Here we go.
Let's find
I
out.
mean, what? Right, yeah. Yeah, you got a good point there. You know, when it comes to Dr. Fate, I know him through, like, DC Universe Online and the Justice League cartoons, or maybe some Batman stuff, cartoons, I'm not sure. But yeah, they typically don't ever reference him and stuff on a lot of, uh-oh, we got a reflection, I saw her. Oh my god. Oh no. It's a trap.
Oh look, a hero coming to stop me from helping you.
It's Robin right now because Nuns activated the mission. Some of the stuff, it's whatever character is the one that like activates it or clicks it or gets there first.
That's why I made this. This little thing will give you the courage to do what you always wanted to do.
The
An
earbud?
implant that lets you take on the
That's
world.
not good. Constantine, yeah, Constantine, Bob.
Too much.
Yeah, I've seen Dr. Fate with Constantine stuff, you're right.
Harley Quinn wants to help you.
I love Constantine. Constantine's really cool.
I bet you want to see it in action. Oh, boys!
Oh no, what is that? What is that?
Why don't you give him a demonstration?
Are you trying to start a new trend? Belfry, does the scan data tell you what the chip actually does?
Don't seem to be implanted with anything.
Well, that's good news. I hope.
This is a legitimate boss. They put on a dope mask for him. That's funny. This must be what people saw, and because Professor Pig was what kind of somewhat rumored to be a part of this, or not. Maybe this is what people should like. They saw the huge swine. It's like that doesn't look like Professor Pig at all. But I remember there being discussions with someone about this. So that basically, yeah, that's good. It's good that this is just, it's not Professor Big. That's just a big ass fucking dude that has a boar mask.
That is why I gave all of my friends Dozy implants. That will make them strong.
Ah. Oh, like days, like you're down, or?
No.
That's awesome. They have new abilities. See, we're already encountering that different stuff. Like that was Nuns just got stunned. Oh, that was tasty.
Let's go.
Uh-oh. Apparently we downed him prior.
Hopefully, Dr. Q has a
Did the finishing move.
strength model. Why don't we
See, like when I say like the game, you know, if I'm being nitpicky, needs to have just a little cleanup when it comes to some stuff. Just little stuff like that, right? To where the animations kind of get interrupted in a way instead of prolonged. But that's nothing. That's tiny. That's very few games are perfect in that sense. Holy shit! Well, this is our first time facing a boss like that. What kind of weapon? What the fuck?
How do we feel about these heroes?
Take this.
That's right. That's what they deserve. Show me your love.
Gotta get those interrupts happening, right?
Now I gotta be honest. I don't think you're ready for what I've made for you. If you are, you would be supporting our friends.
I didn't dodge it.
I bet they missed you at Blackgate. We ain't going down.
I think we got him. That wasn't bad.
I don't think your product solves their problem.
Yeah, I know, right? But look at Harley. I like how she's like, she's trying to be a little bit more like manipulative. She's being smarter about it all. She's not like all painted up. She's really trying to trick the people, right? I like that. I like this. I know, our greatest weakness. That's the second trapdoor we fell down. Oh my. Now we're back in here,
Belfry, I found the bombs.
eh? I'm gonna laugh if we end up falling through more trapdoors in this game. Oh man. What is this? Is she gonna hurt them? A fire's been detected? Oh no.
Belfry, is there a way we can remotely disarm?
They're activating the bomb. Oh, here's the bomb. I got this. Alright, we got one. We got enemies. Alright, Nuns, you focus on them. I gotta find this bomb. There it is. Oh my gosh. There's another bomb right here. I got it. Oh no. Oh, there's another bomb. I'm getting it. Defeat Basher and Blazer. Nuns is working with Basher and Blazer. I'm killing Gopher over here. Right now?
Yeah.
Nuns down. We got him. We got him. Yes! We did it. We did it. No, he got me. He got me. I got health, though. Nope, I got hit. I got hit. I got hit bad. Let's clear some space. Oh, bomb! 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 I got it. 3 seconds. 2, 1. No! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Nuns and I tend to do that. We get lost in the fight and don't realize the secondary shit going on.
That's what you guys.
Ty said, Ty yelled bomb. My bad, man.
Ty did? Alright,
Yeah.
good.
My bad.
Idiot.
I was worried about bringing him up. Alright, let's try that again. I thought when it said defeat Basher and whatever, I thought we were done doing the bombs.
Closed circuit. You'll have to disarm them manually.
Yeah. But this happened before. Nuns and I have failed some missions because we ended up getting like too caught up in the fighting and totally don't realize that there's a guy still robbing the armored truck, or there's still people stealing everything or doing the bad stuff. We're just distracted while there's like criminals just like, oh, he doesn't even notice us. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. We'll get this one.
This was just poor planning on your part.
Nice. Active bomb, bomb, bomb. Here we go, I got it. Ow. Momentum abilities are awesome. I love that. You end up getting new momentum abilities and stuff. Got a bomb. Okay. Meanwhile, Nuns is just working him. Freaking doing great. I messed up. Are you down?
I could use a hand.
And yes. Got a bomb. Going for it. No, I messed it up again. Those guys, the armored guys, are kind of a pain to get those momentum abilities on because sometimes you're like they'll put their shield up right at the beginning of when you're gonna start, and it just oof, got bomb. I'm coming. Down again. Got a bomb. Yes. All right, I got the bomb. I got the bombs.
Appreciate the hand.
Let's go.
All right, I think this fucker's down. Go to sleep, you fucking swine. We got bombs, but I'm gonna put this guy out of his misery real quick. Yeah, Neds is literally the Batman without being the Batman. I know, right? He's just working it. He's keeping his. He's fucking working at all these big ass dudes. Just he did what he did. I know he went down a couple times, but yeah, see, he's down again because it's hard. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I did it. I got it. I got it. I didn't know there was a third bomb. I didn't know there was a third bomb. That was the first time. That was the first time they did a third bomb.
Bring it on.
Uh-oh, I just summoned in my drone. I didn't mean to do that. I don't actually like it. It would have been useful, though. Alright, we got bomb. I'm getting it. That was so close. That one was literally at a second. There's three again. There's three again. I'll make sure to get them all this time. Nuns, I think, did it. We just got to disarm the bomb. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yes! That was pretty intense. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah. And you never face Harley. So if people are like, oh, how come we're facing Harley? You never face, I mean, in one of them you do, not really, you still don't face her. You face Waves. And then, like, eventually she comes down and Batman just throws her and just takes her out within a second. Maybe there's one other one where you actually do have a fight scene with Harley, but I don't think so. I know, Ty. Did you see it? It went to 0 on that one. I know. I looked over. You said bomb, bomb. And I said, "Oh my God, no, we're gonna miss it."
A bit boring, really. Oh, don't worry, it ain't all bad. I got one last little surprise for you.
Bernie's performance review. Final grade F. What? Things to improve.
Enough for ruining girls' night? I'm not the one who brought bombs, Harley.
Jeez. That's funny. I wonder what that would have been like for any of the other characters. Obviously a girls' night one. That's cool. We actually compare in this one. Holy damn. Good stuff. Very cool. The numbers don't mean anything, really. Nuns was tasked with having to handle two big-ass brutes. Meanwhile, I'm running around dealing with all the little easy trash, so that didn't say much. Did you guys see Nightwing just... Look at this.
Me too. I've rarely seen him
This is sick.
But after the Powers Club and that death pit, I get it.
It's a grim way of discovering the stories about the court were real all along.
But now that we know about them, they won't be able to hide anymore.
The Court of Owls is watching from inside of Gotham's walls. They lurk in every shadow, and they rule us one and all.
I learned that rhyme on the playground and always thought it was weird, but a lot of nursery rhymes are.
When Bruce began investigating the court, he wondered if even he was being too cautious, chasing a fairy tale. It seems impossible that someone could control Gotham from the shadows without Batman finding out.
Batman lived in the shadows. When you're in the middle of something, it can be hard to see the whole picture.
A grand conspiracy.
I wonder if that
I'm
one
not
fight,
sure
the
Bruce would
longer
be
it takes you to
gratified
take them
find
out,
his suspicions
if
were
they would have
right.
just kept doing, like, at a certain point, maybe 4 bombs would have got activated at the same time. And at a certain point, like, if it took you that long to defeat them, maybe eventually all bombs are activated at one point, and you gotta turn them all off before. I don't know, maybe it just stops there. Yeah, dude, Nightwing's really cool. Nightwing, we were playing with him a little bit we did a mission with him yesterday.
I can't believe
He's
Bruce
the, you know,
didn't
he's
even
gonna be
tell
the
you he was
strongest
looking
melee
into
wise. But also
The
his
court was a
acrobatics are
difficult
just so
subject for
dope.
Bruce.
But that, yeah, so
The
I
young
can
child
I
who
dig
became
his appeal.
convinced
And then
they were
yeah, of
behind
course,
his
you know, you got
parents'
Jason Todd. I
murder.
imagine he's got a lot of
Oh,
brutal
man.
takedowns, different stuff that looks
Bruce.
real messed up. Oh, we gotta talk to Alfred some more.
Harley needs to be stopped. She's preying on innocent people, and we still don't even know what she's aiming for.
It would seem to me that it's Dr. Q who's causing all this chaos. No?
I don't
That's
think
what I
I
said.
actually have a strong feeling we will face Harley.
Of course.
We saw a
If
quick.
we
I remember
take
seeing
down
an
Dr.
image
Q's
that looked like
empire,
Harley,
Harley won't
completely
be able to
different than
hurt
what we see
anyone
her
else,
as now.
no matter what
So
she
I think
calls
there's gonna be some
herself.
character growth there, and we're gonna have
Sounds
to.
like a
We'll
sensible
actually
plan
eventually
to
have to
me.
deal with her.
Thank you, Alfred.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and it probably will go on sale fairly quick, Ty. With it probably didn't have a good release with all the negativity that the internet just floated through at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up, you know, discounting it pretty soon. Which is a steal for everyone. Everyone involved that gets it. It's like, yo, you guys are gonna get it discounted probably much earlier just because there's so many freaking negative people out there in the world. Somehow that gets you a discount, saves you some money. It's crazy. Just double checking if I got any different ones. Obviously, that's the skin we want to go with. Exit the game. So it looks like to progress some of these things, we have to just kind of stop some crimes. 5 crimes to progress with Mr. Freeze.
So long in Gotham without us knowing.
Didn't you say someone in the circus knew about them?
Only is this very story. You know,
Contacts.
they play Mary in the Mirror 3 times at midnight.
We gotta interrogate 4 criminals to progress with Detective Montoya's stuff.
Joke's on us, I guess.
Well, we have been talking about them.
Oh yeah, Penguin. This literally just dropped like the other week. Or the other week, I mean, like on Friday, last Friday. That's why everyone's complaining about the 30 FPS because they don't think that new games
I know
that
you
come
want
out,
to trust Montoya Babs,
you know,
but I have
modern
some
day
suspicions.
now should be
Like
limited.
what?
I can't quite put my finger on it. She just doesn't seem to like me. Or Dick. Or Jason.
I think she just wishes cops would do their jobs instead of leaving the work to vigilantes.
A Gotham cop doing their job? That'd be the day.
Let's
I
fight some
mean-
crime as Nightwing. Ooh, look at this one. I like that suit. And it's the best one he's got right now. Oop. Let's see what we can tweak. That brighter color, get more blue into it. I'm always on board with that. Clear. Yo, this one's have the bat symbol on it. I'm totally going with those boots. Okay, so right now to progress, we just kind of have to stop some crimes. And then some other minor things like, with Harley, we gotta take out one of her strongholds. When it comes to a lot of other people, it's just stopping crimes to progress it. What's the Watch? An old ally of Batman working with an organization called the Watch asked to meet up in Gotham, in North Gotham. Is it the anonymous source? You guys want to go check that out real quick?
The regulators to steal thousands of dollars worth of experimental equipment from the ultra.
Oh yeah. I know it's much better to play with people. I don't know if this is cross-platform though. I don't think it's cross-play. However,
So where am I off to, Belfry?
Other games like these are really
Cross-referencing the
coming out to be
isotope in the
cross-play.
key with Gotham
I don't know if you
architecture
guys
records.
know, but
We've managed to.
hold on. The freaking Resident Evil Reverse, a year and a half later, finally is out.
Perfect.
And
Thanks, Belfry.
it's cross-play, so that's important. I haven't tried it yet though. I haven't tried it. Calm down. Oh shit! I meant to jump off of that.
Look out there.
Units required near gated ground. We have reports of gang activity.
All right, we have to stop premeditated crime with it anyways.
It won't get far.
Come on, get that snitch.
Time to make the turn.
Ow.
Shit, he came back. You're dead.
Oh no.
Hell yeah. Give him more tools.
These fucking guns. Yeah. Because they don't go red. They don't tell me when it's gonna shoot.
Clear up. Well, did that
Sorry, I just realized how freaking loud the game is probably for you guys, because I turned up all the volume for the cutscenes in the Belfry, and then I just realized that I still had that. My bad, let's go.
Right way.
I'll give you all I got with
Don't give him an inch. Get your heads out of the way. TKO.
No, he readjusted his aim.
this doesn't look good.
Whoa, I was hoping to dive under that.
Got a shot.
If we don't end this, we'll be in trouble.
My goodness.
Get your ass over here.
Too many of them. It's kind of a pain. Not a pain by yourself, but the more guns involved, things can get kind of rough. Oh my god, there's two big ones? Oh, this isn't good.
That's it. Oh, you're in for it now.
Fucking gun.
That one. Move. Get.
No, dodge, please. She got me. She grabbed me. Oof. Also, there's such thing as like perfect attacking, like timing when you are fighting. Oh boy. That you'll do more damage if you're not just like spamming, but like timing your attacks perfectly. I just am not. That was too much to handle. I'm stunned? Uh-oh. I messed up. Okay, so that was a really long one.
You're gonna be okay now.
You know, the Joker hates Nightwing. That is because he couldn't traumatize him like he did the other Robins. Guess that makes sense.
Better not stick around.
The boy wonder. Wait, but like, I mean, it's not like Dick wasn't traumatized by the death of his own parents. By I don't know. They've always put different people involved with that whole gimmick. But I mean, it's not like Dick wasn't traumatized at some point in his life. But he built some thick skin. Very cool. We were able to get across there like that. That was very cool. Well, also Nightwing doesn't have. No, it's not like the other Robins, like had family and whatnot. That's usually how they become a Robin. Yeah, yes. Nightwing has always been tougher, though. I mean, bro, he's also the adult of the whole group. All the other Robins have always been so childish, so easily, like, easy to get under their skin, right? They're young. They don't. It was easy. It was easy for Joker in that sense for the other ones. And maybe, you know, Robin, or this Dick was the first Robin, like, at least when it comes down to it, like, maybe the Joker wasn't, you know, he was still learning and growing into more of a sadistic being, so, early on, maybe he just wasn't as clever, really didn't know how to get under the first Robin skin. And like I said, as Nightwing, it's too late, he's already grown up, he's mature. He knows how to handle the whole situation. He's the closest thing to a Bruce clone as there is, I feel like, even though he doesn't want to be, but
Hello there, Nightwing.
He is what he is. Who is this? A friend? What is this? This is an anonymous source. Hey, William, how's it going?
About time you showed up.
Nightwing at your service. And you are?
If I don't need to know your real name, you don't need to know mine. I got grandkids to think about. You can just call me Madame Palomares.
I know he was never meant to. Well, okay, now, Ty, I wouldn't put it that way. Batman probably raised the kid in hopes that he would be just like him. So,
What I'm about to tell you is
in a way, he was meant to be a clone. He didn't want it, and that's why he changed. Like, that's why he didn't want to be Robin anymore. He wanted to make his own, like, his own superhero, right? As Nightwing, he doesn't do things the way that Batman necessarily does exactly. But really, when it comes down to it, when Batman got lost in time or died, Dick was the first. He was the one that donned the cape as Batman. So like, no matter what, you know, what was intended or the main cause of it, I feel like what happened still happened.
So we started giving him
his hair's a little bit longer because of the outfit I put on.
He told
all the
me
different
that if he
outfits
ever
give you
went
different
quiet
different
for this
versions
long,
of the
I should
peeps.
reach out to you.
So you're the eyes and ears out here. We can work with that.
I prefer
Especially
short
if
hair,
I've
or I
been
prefer it slicked back. I prefer it
spread
slicked
the word
back.
to
I mean,
the
you know,
other members of
that's
the
not my
watch.
favorite, but I did kind of like the other
He
gear,
is
and it's the
missed.
best gear we have right now.
But the
So we
entire
equipped it.
watch has your back. We can do
Bayonne said
this.
to the Justice League that he
Together.
trained Dick to not become the Batman. Well, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, Ty, because he gave him all of these gadgets. He trained him exactly like he was. Like, I wouldn't say he trained him to be the Batman. If anything, he trained him to be a decoy for the Batman. But still,
That's it for
I mean,
tonight,
that's
dear.
bullshit. That's someone that's trying to say. I don't believe that. Even I don't believe Batman when he says that. And maybe he didn't do it intentionally,
Sorry,
but
I've got nothing
it
to
is
say.
what it is. If you're the person's sole trainer, and your whole life, their whole lives were just so connected, you're creating another you. There's no way around it. Like, you can't avoid it. That the kid's gonna pick up the same mannerisms, the same way that you behave and how you address certain situations. Like, they weren't even. They were more than best friends. They were more than father son. They spent their entire lives like training and working together in order to. I don't know. I don't see how anyone could possibly think they weren't creating another person, another, like, a clone of oneself. That I think plays into. I don't know. That seems pretty bad, dude, because the kid, Robin's always been a child. He's always been like a major child. But then again, you got. I don't know. But I'm sure some people did think some of that stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, William. I prefer short hair. Hey, do you want to see something cool, William? So this is the different gear and whatnot, and right now I don't have very much equipped. This is like I don't know if you ever saw Samurai Batman. That anime. Look at this short hair one. It's okay. It's okay, but it kind of reminds me too much of some of the other haircuts. It was this one that I like the most, and I know you can't see it too well. Let me equip it, and I'll go into styles with the cowl. You can sort of see that it's shorter hair, and it's kind of just like, kind of just put back a little. And this would be more of my favorite one when it comes to hairstyles. But we might as well wear our best suit, and that one's not bad. That one's not bad. Now I'm gonna keep that one on. Yeah, we already tweaked. We already decided what we want with that. But there's lots of different suits that you can go with. Some give different hairstyles, some don't. As Batgirl, that's pretty cool to get the different hairstyles. It's dope. In Knighthood, yeah, that's a good one. Shorter hair, but Knighthood's gonna be the best one. I can't wait to unlock the Knighthood one for everyone. This one looks from. Oh yeah. I haven't played those for a while, but that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, the Nightwing from Batman Arkham. Yeah, the Arkham one, very cool, good character model. Okay, so.
The gangs will eat you alive, Nightwing.
The gangs will eat me alive? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Let's see what we're doing here. You have to stop some crimes to get the story modes going again. So maybe because yeah, like, that one didn't count as one. Let's do this let's do Harley Quinn's lab rats.
Great, another one.
Let's do that.
Hero.
Oh, Ty. Well, I get that. He's trying to be he's mentally. I wouldn't say Batman is not mentally insane. That is going too far. But yes, Batman is a traumatized individual that, honestly, the way he's been able to use that trauma to benefit the world in a way in the city, I gotta believe he's not mentally, he's fine. He's not well. I mean,
Weird.
He's smarter.
Be
He's.
something Batman
I
might
don't
have
think
to
you can be like insane and have your brain so fucked up yet be the world's greatest detective at the same time. You would see things incorrectly. You would not be able to keep your composure. There's so many things that if he was mentally fucked up, he wouldn't be as great as he is. Yes, I know he's a dark soul, and we know all the bad stuff he's been through. But you know how they say, a lot of the bad stuff you go through makes you stronger. In a way, it dulled his emotions and did make him stronger. It's not necessarily he's not necessarily someone you want to be friends with. He's kind of a dick. But yeah, Batman. I wouldn't call Batman insane. Yes, Winslow, William. This just came out on Friday, and so I've been playing it a little bit. Well, I played it on stream a little bit. We only really got through the tutorial, and then I've been playing on the weekend with nuns. So, yeah, we've just been. We're not very far into it yet, but there's plenty of content, plenty of stuff to do. We've encountered Harley. We've encountered Mr. Freeze, Penguin. We have not encountered Man-Bat, but the very first mission involves Man-Bat in a way. So it's kind of cool. Yes, it was very sad. It was, and to be honest, I was thinking that that maybe Batman wouldn't be dead. Like maybe depending on how they kill the bats will be like. Well, maybe at the end of the game he'll come back to life, but how they all went with it, I feel like, oh, yeah, maybe he's dead. I don't still think that he won't be coming back. Oh, these are just cops. Let's get out of here. Those are just cops. They don't want to see us. See, they're going to start firing at us. See, he's coming. He just noticed. See, he's running. He said, hey, that was Nightwing. Whoopsie. Oh, big whoopsie. We almost went into the freaking ocean. Uh-oh, we got stuck. Let's go. Oh, wouldn't that be something? If they bring... Yeah, I know. More the merrier, but like... But, it is what it is. Not every game's gonna have all the villains. And I'm sure there's still more to come. I'm excited to see what else we experience. Shit, that's loud. See, I didn't realize how loud the driving was. Yeah, I'm excited to see what else comes. The sound effects. I did turn down the sound effects. Let's turn them back down. Oopsie. I turned back up the sound effects in hopes that maybe it would fix some of the conversations during... Man, that was bad. The conversations during the cutscenes, maybe it would do it better, but it didn't. Okay, we're better. We're on. We're better. Yeah, I'm excited to see what else comes in the game. Who else we're gonna see, and the different environments, all the little Easter eggs. You go around reading everything. I love it. I love it. Oh, I know, William. It's incredible how many people, what negativity this game has got. And I've already been talking about it a lot on the stream, so I don't want to necessarily repeat everything. But my whole theory behind it is I understand everyone's upset about the 30 FPS on next-gen consoles. From there, everything else is unfounded. Everything else is opinions and just like reasons to be fucking just to complain. And bring something down. I understand the 30 FPS is a legitimate complaint. Everything beyond that, I don't follow. I've enjoyed the game immensely. There's still so much left to do. It's so, like, you take it at your own pace. You got the whole world. You can do your own patrols. There's so many positive things to say about the game. Playing with another person makes it so much more fun because you can approach, like, these stealth situations together. I was perched on a gargoyle just watching the city when I was playing with my brother Nuns. He was just running along the rooftops, and I could see him across the city, just jumping. And I said, that is the coolest thing. It looked so great. It was amazing. This game, I feel like, is a lot more down to earth, more based in realism than the way the art and everything worked for the Arkham games. Everything was so bright. There was thugs everywhere. The city was overtaken. Yada yada yada. This one is a lot more. I've been saying Batman's night to night dealings. This is more of a just a legitimate Batman game instead of the whole the story being like so much action and everything's happening right now. It's really great to be able to travel around the city without constantly worrying about someone on a rooftop spotting you or just random people on the ground. Like, I don't have negative things to say about this game. The outside, the only negative thing I have to say is this needs to be cleaned up a little bit, right? Like, when you're doing your movements or you're jumping around doing this and that, yeah, sometimes you get stuck. Sometimes animations don't work out perfectly. But then again, the more comfortable you get with the game and the more familiar you are with it, I won't be making those mistakes. Like, maybe I'll know when to stop something in order for the animations to work fine. Like, no complaints there, really. That's like my only complaint, and that is something that I could complain about with the Arkham games as well. I don't like it. I don't like what everyone's beef with the game is. I guarantee Reddit and everyone ruined the game's launch. I guarantee it had a bad launch, and that's really unfair. That's just unfair. Who said that, Ty? Oh, I see. Oh, Willian. You're talking about Willian? That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, no. So, in my opinion, if you're a fan of Batman, if you're a fan of the Arkham games, if you're just a fan of video games in general, you're gonna love this game. It's freaking dope. You're able to play as the 4 different characters. They're all individually unique as hell. You have outfits that you get to, like, not everyone's... It's so easy to kind of change the look. It's just great. It's really great. That guy turned around right at the last moment. Oh my god, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. No, he made him aware. He made him aware. We almost got them all. We almost got them all. But yeah, so when it comes to the reviews, I am a firm believer that everyone that reviewed the game that gave it a bad rating is because they did not want to be... They had to approach the game in a very, very strict manner because of the whole world hating the game for no reason before the game even came out. And so the reviews could not say the opposite. God forbid you go against the grain and you say, you know what, I actually liked it. You know what would happen? Those reviewers would probably lose their job.
I almost feel bad for you.
Let's go.
Freaking awesome.
Dr. Q's supply should be all but cut off.
Freaking awesome. So in this game, guys, remember, you never want to exit through the front door because you never know who... Oh, there's some treasure chests here. Hold on, let's grab some chests. But if the cops were led on to this, you want to get out of... You want to save the day, take out the criminals, and get out quick, like a vigilante would. Leave the bodies for the cops. They're on their way. So if you don't get out quick enough, the cops are going to show up, and they're going to start shooting at you because you're a vigilante, and the order is there. The order is there to take you out, so... but I don't think the cops are aware of this. Here's a chest. I didn't see it. No, that's not a chest. Let's just leave. But yeah. Yeah. Rocksteady makes Gotham Knights too. Yeah, maybe. That'd be something. Some people say it has PS3 graphics, and some said it doesn't have PS3 graphics. No way. All right. Arkham games have PS3 graphics because they were PS3 games. Does anybody want to load up the original, not the remastered versions of the games, but the original PlayStation 3 games? I promise you, it would not look anything like this. It would look nothing like this. Look at how clean the shadows. That's again unfounded. Problems because it was made by Warner and not Rocksteady. Again, I don't think that matters. Just because a game was created by another company, it's bad, than the company that people wanted it to be made from. There you got. See that also? I don't see that being a good argument. That's just picking at things. That makes no sense to be something to complain about. Any company can fuck a game up. If they don't put in enough effort or people on the team, if they don't have the right team, they can fuck it up. Just because a company is in charge of something doesn't mean the game is going to be fantastic. I mean, yeah. Yeah, like, yeah. I don't have the same complaints that everyone else that the people are having. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, you just saw what Ty said about the friend coming. Is that funny? Yeah, like a villain hiding amongst the people. I was thinking about the graphics now. I was like, bro, what? How are we so good? Right? Exactly. Then they weren't. PS3 doesn't look anything like this. To have people reacting, you're so violent. She covers her face and runs, you know, whatever. Like, you can approach people. Like, look at the reflections of the water. You aren't getting, look at the steam coming out of the grates. Like, you're not going to get these kind of graphics in this stuff. You can see the rain. You can see the rain here. Like, you won't get these graphics from fucking PlayStation 3 games. It's unbelievable, the complaints. I haven't delved. All right, so what you're telling me now is first I'm hearing of. I don't. Another thing people said is that I saw, like, they showed this image and they said Gotham Knights character menu looks like a mobile game. I don't understand what, like, I played lots of mobile games, and the amount of different customization and stuff you can do with this is beyond mobile game, as well as the good question of, like, what the fuck does that even mean? It looks like a mobile game? So, okay, so find a game that looks like, okay, maybe it does. That doesn't mean that, like, you can find any game and maybe be like, yo, this kind of looks like the mobile game. There's freaking, like, Call of Duty game, mobile games and such, or like first-person shooters things, that you can probably find menus that might somehow resemble like a big game, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't believe it looks like a mobile game. It doesn't feel like a mobile game. It doesn't play like a mobile game. Hey, how's it going? Taller than I thought? Yeah. That's cool. Whoa, up top. All right, see you later. We got them to laugh. How funny is that? We got them to laugh. That was good. Yeah, see, in Cyberpunk, that's another one, like, yeah, that one had a lot of problems, so I understand everyone's complaints. The game now, though, is fantastic. It still has, you know, issues here and there, but it's great. And I played Cyberpunk on the PlayStation 5. Most of the issues were because the other consoles, like PS4 or people's computers, weren't built to handle the game. And so a lot of people weren't capable of playing it. It would crash all the time, or it failed, you know, this, that, or whatnot. But, like, my personal experience of the game was not what other people were experiencing. Everyone should have their own, you know, their own take on it. And yesterday, we had multiple people in the chat. We were able to get a pretty good audience yesterday on stream. And we had multiple people in chat that were like, I don't understand why people were talking so much shit about this game. It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. I love the Uncharted game. Man, I love those Uncharted games. They were good. Harley has reached the criminal stronghold. I don't, yeah, maybe we should continue with that. Or, what is up with this one? Oh, we have to stop crimes in this specific area. We have to stop regulators. I see. To progress more with our Mr. Freeze stuff. I think that's kind of far, too. The cauldron. This would be one. Here's a premeditated. Oof. That's all the way across the way. No. Maybe there's something we can do in this closer area. I love Uncharted. Those were great. Those were great games. The movie sucked. I hated the movie because I love the games. And I like Mark Wahlberg. I like Spider-Man. Whatever. They were not those characters. They should not have been chosen to be those characters. It was bad casting. It's more Court of Owls stuff. I do want to check out Court of Owls stuff, but I don't want to jump into a story yet. I think we're going to kill the rest of the time on stream by by working on some of the side stuff to progress the main stories for like tomorrow and whatnot. Well, shit. All right, we're gonna have to drive all the way around. We haven't unlocked Nightwing's, whatever you call it, his like knighthood way of traveling around. Otherwise, it would be pretty easy. We have to stop more premeditated crimes in order to unlock that, which isn't hard because that's kind of what we're going to do right now. So eventually, when we play as Nightwing, we'll also be able to kind of get around the world easier. It's similar to how Batgirl has her gliding. Nice. How Batgirl has her gliding around the city. This is great. I'm keeping it with me. Damn it. Damn it. All right, how about that? Can we talk about that right there? We had a piece of debris get stuck in between us in a logical way. It was in between. It was on our lap, in between our arms. If this was PlayStation 3, if this was anything else, that shit would have been like buggy or just like like it would have been in us. It would have probably made us like not be able to move or flip the car, shit like that. Like, man, if this game was so bad, something like that wouldn't have been able to just kind of go, you know, fix itself in its own way. Oh, William, do not watch I don't know. If you like Uncharted, the movie has a couple scenes that like are straight out of the games. But no, the movie, it's just because the actor choice. It didn't make any sense to have those guys. That didn't, like, Spider-Man doesn't sound anything and doesn't behave or at all like Nathan Drake or, should we say, Nolan North. And obviously Mark Wahlberg is not Sully. He doesn't even have a low voice. The closest he sounds to Sully is when he's being choked out and he says, "Hey kid, I could use some help," or something like that, because he got that raspy voice. That is literally the only time he sounds mildly like Sully. It was a horrible choice. I like Mark Wahlberg. I like whatever Spider-Man kid. Yeah. I had deja vu earlier, Ty. I had deja vu about, it was when William said earlier when I was driving on the road, and he said shit, I forgot what it was, but it was about 10-15 minutes ago. I had deja vu. That's crazy that you say that. Wait, what is it? What are you talking? Cyberpunk wanted to be everything, but nothing worked in the end. Yeah, it's true, but it's still really cool though. And now it is, at least. What do you mean by the Matrix stuff? The third Matrix, like that one was bad. They didn't need to do not the third, the fourth. They didn't need to do the newest Matrix movie. All it did was kind of contradict a lot of the other stuff and kind of make Keanu Reeves as the one, as Neo as the one. They kind of made it like, you know, anyone could have done that. You weren't that special, and it's just like that. That's what kind of bugs me. About the deja vu. Oh, that's why you said the Matrix shit. That's so funny. William, how did I think about the Power Rangers 2017 movie? I don't think I saw a 2017 Power Ranger. The last Power Rangers movie I've seen was the Ooze one from like a long time ago, probably like 2000. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings and Mortal Kombat. Alright, Mortal Kombat, the newest Mortal Kombat one, I thought visually was awesome. When you saw Sub-Zero going down the street and he makes like all the hail and stuff, like in regular, like, not, what do they call Earth in that? Earth Realm? Yeah, Earth Realm, right? So that whole part was really cool. My only complaint of the Mortal Kombat movie was the new character they added. They didn't need to have him at all involved. He was kind of a throwaway. Cole or whatever, Scorpion's son and stuff. Like, they didn't need that character. If you watch it, they could take that out. They could have brought different things. I didn't like how the family was able to, like, help him out and take out Goro. Like, all right, so there's little complaints here and there. Anything that revolved around that Cole character, I gotta say I didn't necessarily like. But everything else I was pretty on board with. I didn't like how they had Kano be so much of a comic relief that he was, like, working with Sonya. Like, they were technically not at each other's throats for a moment in that movie, and that's not Sonya and Kano's relationship. So there was little things here and there, but I gotta say, I did still enjoy it. I still enjoyed it. Yeah. The problem with video games movies is the basis us too much on the games and don't try to say an original and new story. Yeah, but that's the problem is a lot of fans of the video games don't want to see original and new stories when they see video game movies. They want to see what they know and they love. And when people change it up too much, it's just not cool, I guess. I don't know, people just don't like it.
Do be careful in there, sir.
What do you mean? The first Silent Hill movie was good. Yeah. Silent Hill was a great. I think that was actually a really good one. Yeah. Johnny Cage dying right away. What's that? That isn't. No. What are you talking about? Isn't Johnny Cage supposed to be in the sequel? The Sonic movies are not what you would call good, Ty. I don't think they work. As a fan of Sonic, those movies are nothing like Sonic. The second one, they do a little bit better because they involve the rings a lot more and give you a couple moments of, you know, showing him and they have the music, but those movies are not Sonic at all. If you play Sonic Adventures, you can get a solid story right there. Just by seeing how the Sonic Adventure games play, you got something right there that they can do. But look at this, guys. We're checking out a bar. There's people downstairs. Oh my god, there's a lot of people downstairs.
How about a nap?
But he is 10. They're cute movies, don't get me wrong. The Sonic movies aren't the worst thing in the world, but I don't think I would say that they don't do the games justice. It's really its own thing. Yeah, I know this. Well, that leaves a good room for the sequel for this Mortal Kombat movie. Sequel to bring in more of the characters. I don't like killing off characters. I mean, obviously, Mortal Kombat, you got to kill off all the characters, but I don't know. I don't like when characters are just in and out so fast. But it happens. That's the way it goes. I have two movies that come to mind with what Ty is talking about, how the video game movies should be their own stories and whatnot. And I think that's good, but I think that you need to, if you're gonna do a unique story, it has to be like an add-on. It's got to be like a sequel in a way to the game. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children shows what everyone is up to after the events of Final Fantasy VII. And then you got like Final Fantasy 15. The movie came out before the game did. And the movie of it is the story prior to the beginning of the game. It lets you know everything that's like, this is what's going on in that world right as you're starting the game. Well, sort of like that. Stuff like that I think is good. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Scooby-Doo, I don't think I've ever actually, I know of those movies, William, the Scooby-Doo ones, the live action ones, and I love the cast. Everyone that's in the movie is people that I grew up with, right? But I don't actually think I've seen them. I don't think I've actually watched the entirety of them. That's not good. I messed up. I fell in. That's not good. We're gonna get worked. This is not good. I did not do that well. Oh no. Did a lot of damage to them. Oh my god, there's so many more. I don't have the health. No way. See, games in the, like, for instance, when someone's shooting a gun, realistically, if you miss your first, like, if you're just unloading a clip, if you are not hitting the target right away, you would move the direction that you're shooting, right? You would change where you're aiming. In this, the enemies actually change where they're aiming if you're still close enough to where they're aiming initially. Even though you may dodge them when they start shooting, it's very interesting how they'll just be like, yo, we're just gonna change our aim slightly, and there we go, we got you. That's not good. Uh-oh, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead.
Come on, let's go.
No.
Got something for you.
I almost had him, guys. I almost had him. I almost had him. Oh, I'm just gonna watch one last episode. Teen Titans and go to sleep. Alright, Ty, man. Thanks for hanging out. I almost had him, guys. See how... Oh, man. I almost had him. This game is a lot easier when you have a teammate to keep you alive. I went into it without enough health. I'm gonna end up having to redo that one. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know anything about a Wonder Woman game. That sounds cool though. I'd be into a Wonder Woman game. But yeah. The Scooby-Doo marathon. That's awesome. No, that's okay, Ty. I have access to, combined between like streaming services I have access to, or Nuns basically subscribes to almost all the streaming services. So no, I'm pretty sure I got a lot of Scooby-Doo at my fingertips, which sometimes I do go to sleep and I'll put on some Scooby-Doo. That just a month ago or so, that's what I was doing. And I'm pretty sure I have access to the Teen Titans stuff. Fun stuff, but I'm okay. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna call the stream here today, guys, because well, I don't, like I said, I don't want to jump into anything else story-wise until tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be picking up and progressing more so with the story, getting some more cutscenes and seeing what these villains in the city are up to. But notice how, like, all right, you can play through the Arkham games within a couple days. They're super short. Even the Arkham Knight you can get through in a few days, because it's just back to back. This is what's going on. To have so much like in between, I like that. I wonder if that's a lot of people's complaint. Maybe they're like, oh, you know, there's not enough action or whatever. You seek out the action, find the action. You're a fucking vigilante. Vigilantes don't walk out their door and then it's just, you know, nonstop, you know, what yada yada. There's boring parts to vigilanteism, I imagine. You got to do the stakeouts. You got to do all this and that. You know, it makes sense to me. So I got no problem with it. I like the challenge. It presents a decent enough challenge, especially now as we're getting further into the game. The enemies are starting to have more abilities, and elemental abilities are coming into play, and oh boy, things are getting a little bit tougher. Things are getting a little bit tougher. It's almost 8 o'clock for you, William. William, you are... It's almost 4 for me. That's, it's just a 4-hour difference. Interesting. Penguin, what are you up to today for the rest of the day? You got a little bit of work, and then you're gonna... What are you gonna do after you're done with work? Yep, only 1,600 for me. Ah, you're in Brazil. I was about to say, it's like, if you were in England, it would be 8-hour difference. But no, yeah, I'm in U.S., so it is 1,600 here. Yep, it's just about. It's the top northwest part in Washington, where there's a bunch of trees and it rains all the time. So that's my life. Yes, Di. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Wait. What's today, guys? Oh, shit. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a short stream. If you guys don't pop in with me at, like, noon, then you might miss me. We're only going to be on for a couple hours. I know normally we'll stream, like, 4 to 5 hours. Today, we're almost at 4, but Dunn's, you know, he wanted to take a nap, and I don't want to jump into... I don't want to progress too far into the story. Not necessarily without him, but sometimes the game will take you in, and you'll be kind of stuck in a story for, like, an hour or so. But, not an hour, I don't know. So yeah, so we'll wait it for tomorrow. But we won't make too much progress tomorrow. We'll do something though. We'll do something. Tomorrow will be shorter, but then when we come to Thursday and Friday, we'll have normal days. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out, guys. William, thanks so much for stopping by and saying what's up. Ty, I appreciate every visit. Come by. And Shadow, I hope I see you again soon. And I'm glad that I got 2 days in a row with you. The past couple weeks have been sad. So I'm glad to see you back. Even if it's just for saying hi here and there. I missed you. So, right on, guys. Everyone stay safe, stay cool, and I'll